Franny's here. Hi, Franny. Oh no. Oh, well, good. That's good. If you weren't here on Wednesday, Nara had a new PT was really great. She's so excited about it. So we're gonna inhale, take these arms up just to shoulder height, give a little shoulder blade pull, and then let it come back down. Just that much. So inhale, bring it up. Exhale, engage your shoulder blades and come down. So here's me. You guys keep on going. Here's me not engaging my shoulder blades. Do you see how the shoulder itself pushes forward when I try to pull my arm back, right? Here's me keeping the shoulder blade engaged. See how it stays in place? So I don't want this to become your rotator cuff and your tricep doing all the work by themselves. I want a big shoulder girdle motion. There we go, good. Last one. Just so you can create that space in there. Nice. Good. All right. Now we're going to fling those arms all the way up with care and mindfulness. Now keep them up there. We're going to inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, pull your arms slightly back while you bow. Yeah. Inhale, lift your chest up, pushing the heels of your hands up to the sky. Exhale, pull your arms slightly back while you bow. Yeah, good. Good. So this little exercise really helps us be mindful of our head moving with our spine, right? Our throat is the last bit of our spine. So if you're moving your arms back by pushing your head forward, you're not really moving your arms back, right? You want to keep your throat still and let it come along with your spine. And you should start to feel those abs lift up. Yes? Can I see one more? Oh, yeah, Sheila. Good. Yes, Nara, good. Stripes. Everybody should have issued a stripy shirt for their Pilates instructor to wear. For you guys wear the stripes. So good when you guys wear stripes. Or any kind of pattern, really, because then I can see it moving. So, arms up high. Take those armpits out to the side. Good. We're going to rotate, lifting your arms further out to your side. Exhale, come back to center. Good. Inhale, extend out. And exhale to center. Good. And again, extend out. Good. And center. Good. Extend. So your torso is doing that motion. And back. Good. And then let the arms sweep back behind you. Keep pushing out in that big circle. And bring it down. Release. Press out. Keep pressing out as you circle around and toward the front. You're going to go all the way over your head. Good. That's it. And again, out. And out from here, right? Out from this place. Push this out. There you go. Good. Did you make it all the way to the back? So if you're a shoulder friend and two straight arms seems impossible, one of you is showing a modification with one straight arm. Totally fine. Yeah? Just keep this energy on the bent side, pressing out. Here's me not. Here's me doing it better, right? So as I'm circling, this is me not doing a good job. Here's me doing a better job. Is that visible? I hope that's visible. Yeah? Okay. Yes. Wow, that looks great. Okay. Nice job. So then you can take your band around the back of you. Palms facing forward. Set your shoulder blades first. Right, I'm going to give you a side view. And then push with your hands. And then inhale, release. So I'm setting the shoulder blades in my back and pushing forward so that my shoulder doesn't do this. I'm pushing forward, Mona. Right? Do you see how it pops up and forward? Blah. We're going to let it stay connected. And when it does, you can see how my high abdominals actually pull in a little bit more. just because of the way everything organizes itself better. I just realized I'm not doing this. Good, yep. That's it. Nice. And one more. Good. Nice job. Hold that there. Hold those arms there. You're going to sit against your band. Ooh, just a little bit. Just pulling it back. Now, what happened to your shoulder? Did it try to counter? Can it stay in place? Good. Come back up. Release your arms. So press, minding your shoulder blades. Sit back, still minding your shoulder blades. They don't have to come forward. Good. Come back up. Your shoulder's still in place. And release. So I am showing you the side that's harder for me to manage. And you might see it slip a little bit, but I'm working it, yeah? Let's do it again. Press. Hold it in place. Sit. Good. Come on, shoulders. Good, Sheila. Yes, Kay. Good. And then up. Good. Let's do one more. Press. Good. Sit. Keep your shoulder in place. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Good. And then stand. And then release. Nice. All right. Let your band come low, about mid-thigh height. And then all we're going to do is round down into a kind of a half roll down. We're just scooping the belly up, 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 pulling that pubic bone up. And now fists are facing each other, and we're just pulling the band away just to get a little more low belly to lift. And then unfurl yourself, reach the band back. Good. And again, comes forward, push forward, scoop.
Oh.
There you go. Good. And then lift. Good. Yeah, stretch back. And one more time. Good. And then lift. Nice. Okay, feel good? So let's take your band, put it underneath your right foot. Good. And now you're just holding it with your left hand, yeah? So again, this is my wonky shoulder. I have to be very careful to get it in the right spot. You check you. Good. Because we're going to sit in the squat, right hand on the hip, and we're going to take it to the outside. Straight out. Good. And then come back up. So my shoulder friends, again, we're looking for space across your body. All of us can be thinking of this elbow point over here, your right one, pulling one way, while your fist on the other hand pulls the other way. Yeah. Good. That's it. One more. Hold it. Now rotate your torso, look back, come back to the side slowly. Good. Rotate your torso, look toward that hand, come back slowly. We're in neutral. Whoops, we're in neutral. Got myself. Right, as we rotate. Good. And one more. That's it. Good. All right. And then let that arm just come all the way down to the opposite knee and then reach up and stretch open the other way. Should feel good. You can look up at that hand. Good. All right. And then come back to center, hands on each knee. And you're just going to squat a little deeper and round up through your spine. Good. All right. Let's put your other foot on the band. Okie dokie. Hand on your hip and set the shoulder, the one that you just used. It might be tired, it might do this, sassy business. See if we can stay connected to the socket. Good. And here we go. Straight out to the side. Good. And then back up. You got it. Good. Sitting back. That's it. Sit back, right? You want to get your knees to bend. Bend your knees. Look at your knee. Is it bending? Could it bend more? That's it. Woo, you did what I did. Smack. There you go. Good. Good. I could give myself a little more work here. Good. You still have that sensation of pulling apart. There you go. Good. And one more. We're going to hold this one. And then we use our torso, once the shoulders are set, to rotate, look up. Good. And then come slowly back to center. Rotate, look up. And back to center. If it's getting pinchy, push it. Push it away from you. Right? Don't let it rest in the socket. Create that space. Good. Can we do two more? Get your sit. Get your sit. Shh. Good. And last one. Good. Bring that all the way down to that opposite knee. Rest on there and reach open to the sky with the other hand. Good. And then hand on each thigh as you round back up. How are we doing? Okay. So if it's getting the delt cap, right, that's your shoulder, that's okay. But if you feel it under and behind in here, and this is your acromion process and the glenohumeral joint, right, where they meet, you don't want this nasty pinch in here. It doesn't feel good. So if you open up, like if you pull it out, you can see then it gets more space and it can move without getting pinched in there. It's a really small little space. So, all right. From here, let's work our way down to the mat, shall we? So I'm going to put a little color down so my legs don't completely blend in. And we're going to do our roll downs to the mat. When we get here today, instead of doing our renegade rows, we're going to do a long arm twist. So when you get there, just hang on a second. I'll show you what I mean. Roll down 3 times, walk out to your plank. And again, foot minders, take that side step till you can get to your knee. All right, ready to go. So lift your abs up right there. Lift your abs right, belly button up. Yeah, pull your belly button up, pull it to your spine, pull it to your spine. No, wasn't it? I wouldn't have asked you to. Sorry, I'm giving Mark cues and he's talking back. What? What are you saying?
I'm explaining.
I see. Good. Yep. And this is my 3rd time down, so here's where I'm going to walk out. And we're just going to all lower ourselves to our knees. The band can wait for the moment. We're going to do a scapular push-up to get the shoulders set. So when you move your shoulders, make sure they're moving around you and not up and down you, right? It's the biggest cue, and people will tell you that we wish we stopped here. It is put your shoulders down, your back. We don't want to jam them. We just want them to not be in the ears, right? So they should learn to move around you rather than down and up. They don't have to do this all the time. All right. So find a place that's in the middle. Bring your thighs close together. And then, no, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Open your thighs into parallel. That's not the way it works. And you're going to lift your left elbow to your waist, rotate away from the ground, keeping those heels together. And then you're going to stretch up toward the sky. Push the ground away, trying to keep your heels together, those of you who are on the floor on your knees. Good. Bring that back to your waist and down. Other side, same thing, squeezing the heels together, right elbow up, just like you would for your renegade row. Rotate and push to the sky. See if your feet will stay together. It's going to change how you're holding yourself up. And then back down. So repeat that. My wall friends, you have a couple of options. You're at your wall here, Squeeze your heels together. I want you to really put those heels together, yeah? And then you'll do the same thing. Pull your elbow into your waist, rotate, and then push the wall away, the one that's got the hand on the wall. Push it with all your might. Good, and then bring it back in and rotate. Same thing. Squeeze those heels together, and then push away with all your might. Yeah, good. That's it. Yeah, so my friends on the mat, I can't see anybody's feet. So I just want to make sure that your heels are squeezing. I think Mark is the only one who I can see. Yeah. Mark is modifying today, so don't pay attention to Mark. Yeah, that's it, Kay. Thank you. Now keep your knees on the ground, right? Keep your heels up. And squeeze your heels. So if I'm rotating open to the left, that means my heels have got to really pull back toward the right to find that right heel and squeeze it. Yes? Is that making sense, everyone? Yeah, come on, heels. Come back up, come back up. Come back up and squeeze. That's it, Kay. Yes, yes, yes. Good job. Okay, everybody rest. You might want to sit back in a child's pose. Or maybe coming upright is what feels right to you in that moment. Not today. Not today. You did a lot of those, so we'll save that for another day. So Kay's asking, are we going to do that again with the band now? If you feel so inclined to hit pause and try it with the band, the one thing I will tell you is I want you to mind your feet first, right? Before you even mind the band. Don't add the band if your feet are flopping to the side. That tells you that the rotation is not happening with the help of your obliques actively. It's happening probably at your sacrum, right? So trying to get the hips stable before you even think about adding that band in. Okay, so that's your little lecture about that. But you're welcome to try, right? Hit pause, do it until you can get stable, and then give it a try. So Franny, Kay goes, I'm never sure that I have obliques. And Sheila agreed. Same here. Okay, well that tells me I got to give you some more oblique work today. Let me think about that. Mary, do you feel your obliques? I'm waiting for a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So we're going to bring these fists knuckle to knuckle, push your heels down. We're going to work some of the rows from the reformer machine. So I want you to think of iron bars here, right? You're holding your iron bars. You start pulling from your mid-back. If you start pulling your iron bars from your neck, right? You see how the shoulders pop up? I want you to really pull from your back, get that space across there. Yeah, that's it, good. And then we're just gonna simply round back, pulling our abs away from our feet. Good. And then inhale, come right back up. And exhale back. Good. And inhale up. Good. Nice. Okay, so now let's cross the band into opposite hands. Keep on going. Hopefully that sensation of the band being crossed helps you feel a little bit better, those shoulder blades staying engaged. Yeah, that's it, Sheila. I saw you lift those elbows a little. Good. And then Kay, when you come up, just make sure you let yourself finish the up. Let your sternum get all the way back up. Nice. Good. Nara, are you going in neutral or are you doing round? Okay, that was a very good neutral. So we're rounding, but your neutral was perfect. So that's why I asked what your what you were doing. So we're rounding back. We're going to hold this back here, and all we're going to do is push to the side. See if you can tap your elbow down, and then push to the other side. Tap your elbow down. And we're going to mind the hips staying equal on the mat. Yes. So as I go left, I've got to keep pulling the right hip down. Hi, good boy. And vice versa. That's it. Good. And one more each way. Are we feeling obliques yet? Good. Come all the way up. Good. Arms out to the side, and then reach forward to the corners of your mat as you reach forward with your spine. Remember, bring the front of your hip bones with you toward your legs, so you're not just hanging off your low back. Yeah. Good. All right. That's a great question. Nara's saying, if elbow to the ground seems impossible, is she not going back far enough? So, if you have a lot of mobility, you can see I'm not that far back, but I can rotate and still touch the ground. So, if you come further back, the ground will be closer, and it'll be easier to touch it. So both of those are good. They just, your obliques will be working in different end ranges. Or not different end ranges, but different loads. Yeah? Does that make sense? So I guess the answer to the question is, if you can't go all the way back, if you stop here, because that's where you know you'll touch, that's fine. You're getting more twist. You have to twist farther to get back. But if you roll farther so that you can touch, right? Maybe you can't touch that early. You're getting less range of motion, but your obliques are working in a longer position. So both of them have value in your body, and we want to be able to work both of them, right? Both ranges. That is a super good question. I hope that made sense, that answer. Okay, long arms. La, la, la. So long arms. Collarbones set, open, shoulder blades in your back. We're just going to quickly do a little rotating here. So I'm rotating my palms up with my thumbs out, and then resisting as they come facing inward. Rotating up, palms out. Yeah, can you get those arms long? Look how long my arms are. Can you get your long arms out there right in front of you? Yep, just like that. That's it. So we need the shoulder to be set in its socket, right? This isn't a wrist exercise. This is a whole arm exercise. There we go. Good. Anyone feel how their center lifts up as they rotate out? Good. Okay. We're going to hold those arms open. Now we neutral hinge. Pull them apart, tilting to your side. Good. Come back in. Good. And neutral hinge. Pull them apart. Good. And bring it back in. Okay, check those arms. Are they long? Anytime they bend, that's a sign that you're probably cheating somewhere here. You've probably let go of your mid-back. If you can straighten, now you're connecting to the back of the arm and the mid-back more. So maybe your arms have to be forward more, right? That's okay. That's it. Okay, palms still facing in. Palms still facing in. Pinkies to the ground. That's it. That's it. Good. Can you give me one more each way, just like that? There you go. Good. And watching you on my back screen for the last one. Yes. Nice job, everybody. Are we starting to feel tired here? Yeah. All right. Good job. You're feeling your glutes?
My obliques.
Your obliques. All right, obliques. Yay, obliques. Okay. You can take that band off your feet. And we're just going to roll ourselves all the way down. Pushing those heels down into the mat. And then let your arms reach overhead. We're going to play a little bit here. We're going to exhale. Sorry, pardon me. We're going to inhale, begin to bow. Exhale, continue your bow till you can get those shoulder blades off the mat. Looking for our treble of truth. And then lay it back down. And then you're just going to do that again. We're keeping the arms by the ears, way back here, way back here. So we're giving our abs a nice bit of load. They've already warmed up, so this should be not a big surprise to your abs. Good. Other than what? More? Yes. Sorry. That's it. Come on, arms by your ears, way back here, way back here. There we go. That's it. Great job, you guys. Good. Yes. Good. If your feet are tingling, I wonder what happens, Nara, if we elevate your hips a little bit. When we were working on Wednesday with the ball under your hips, did you get that tingling or no? I'm just curious. It doesn't even have to be that high. So Nara's getting a little tingling in her hip, and I suspect it has something to do with she's got a historic pattern of really tightening her hip flexor and psoas, and it could be pinching a nerve. How much tension? Just enough to keep it taut and to keep my armpits on, right? To keep them pressing out. Because the next one we do, we're going to hold on to that tension. Now picture your left hand is being stuck in space. We're going to rotate and lift a little higher as our torso rotates to the left. And then we come back to center all the way down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, rotate, lifting to your right now, keeping your right hand stuck in space while your torso does the rotation. Come back to center and down. It's a working stretch. So lift. My left hand is anchored. My torso rotates, trying to keep my right hip down. And then I come back to center and down. And would it be easier if I showed you this way, Kay? Can you see my arms? So I'm anchoring one in space over my head, and I'm rotating my torso as much as I can, and then rotating back into my bow. I'm not down yet, and now I'm down. It's basically a supine mermaid twist, right? You know our mermaid twist where we come to our side. Yeah, lift that opposite shoulder up and keep that lower one anchored in space. Yes, that's it, Sheila. Good. Good, Nara. Does that help at all? A little bit. Good. How many has this been? Have we done 4 on each side? We're not rolling. Yes, you feel like you've gotten 4? 4 good ones? 4 you'd be proud of? Awesome. I love that. Good. Good. All right. So then you can come back to center and just let your band rest on the mat, and your arms should feel a little bit tired. They've been very busy. And I just want you to do a nice snow angel, just reaching your arms up toward the sky and then all the way down to your hips. And again, nice big inhale. Sorry. Good. And exhale down. And one more time. Big reach. And down. Good. With your palms facing up, you're going to inhale. Begin your bow. Exhale. Curl up to sitting like you've got 2 little steam shovel hands pushing happiness towards somebody. Good. Scoop your spine in into a spine stretch so your abs are pulling back into your ribs. Good. And then round down again. Palms facing forward. Yes, forward, not downward. So palms are up to the sky, right? They're shoveling. Inhale and exhale. Shovel, right? Scoop, 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 scoop. Good. Yes. Reach forward. Some of you might find that's easier than having palms down. Anyone feeling like they have more access to their abs that way? Superficial anterior line of your fascia at work. And then one more time. Good. Good. And then you can stay up. Good. So I'm just going to let the band rest there for a sec. We're going to take ourselves back on our elbows. If you're feeling energetic today, which frankly, I am so overwhelmed that I'm not really. But if you are, you can take your hands back behind you because we're going to be doing some hip circles. So inhale, you have a couple options. Bend your knees in and then extend your legs out. And then you're going to exhale, lower, and inhale, bring them back up. You can also do that down here on your elbows, right? So either one is fine. Yeah? Was somebody asking me a question? All right. So these hip circles, think of them like corkscrew. If you're a spine minder, you can let your hip tip to the side. We're just keeping the torso still, right? Making sure the torso doesn't move. So I like to put my elbows down and get my hands on my ribs just to check myself and make sure that I'm not feeling the shift through the rib cage. I want the shift to come through the pelvis. Does that make sense? Yeah, it is. There you go. Good. Oh, good. And last one each way. Let that pelvis tilt. Mary, make sure you let yourself get onto one side, right? Really tilt so that you recover and come back and tilt the other way. Yeah? Don't just kind of get onto the squishy part of your butt. I hope that makes sense. All right. And then if you're still up and haven't laid yourself flat, go ahead and let yourself lay down flat. And what might feel good to you right now is a rollover of all things, or rolling like a ball. So if you have a favorite of those two for your spine, feel free to do it right now, whichever it's class choice in this moment. So rollover, right? You can go full on archival and let your legs drop as long as you can keep your tail pulling up. You can use a wall. Mark's modeling the wall. Today he's not taking his legs over. He's minding his back. If rolling like a ball feels good to your spine, a nice spinal massage, go there. If you want to do a combination, right, you can roll over. Woo! Extend and catch yourself. Maybe roll back up. Just whatever feels good to your spine. This is your indulgent spinal motion moment. And if anybody needs a different option, none of those feel good, Nara's found a different motion that feels good to her, so you have 10 more seconds to figure out what feels right. Well, I'll just tell it to you, because then we got to move on, right? It can't all be just indulgent. But it's Friday. Could that be a thing? Like every Friday we just have gentle Pilates, stretchy Pilates. Feel Good Friday. So when you've gotten that out of your system, me too, we'll put those heels on the ground and we're just going to gently pull ourselves up into a hip bridge. With a nice big inhale, and then exhale, round your way back down. And what you just worked on that spine. So whether you're rolling like a ball or rolling over, you got a little more articulate through the rib cage, right? So take advantage of that. Use your abs to really find those spaces through here and walk it down one vertebrae at a time. All right, so now we've got our nice, lovely rolls. Let's add in our resistance. So I'm going to fold my band in half so I have more resistance, and then pull it down over my hips with my pinky side of my hand facing down and my palms facing in toward my hips. Now everyone check your shoulders before you even start. I can feel that the top of my shoulder is pulled up to my ears, so I've got to open that space. So you check you also. And then you can push your hips up. Nice big breath, and exhale, roll it back down. Again, check your shoulders. How are they holding your band? You should feel your mid back on. Good. We're going to do one more. All right, so here we're going to move the heels of the feet together in Pilates stance. Foot minders, spread your toes as wide as you can and feel the fifth and the first, the base of the pinky toe and the first toe on the ground. So not the tip of the toe, but the base, right? What you think of the ball of your foot. Foot movers, you're going to lift your heels, still squeezing your heels together, and then we're going to push those hips up again. So this might make us feel a little bit more of our lower calf, right? The soleus muscle. Who remembers why the soleus is so important? Yes, your heart. Who said that? Nara gets a gold star. Right? Soleus muscle is your body's second heart. It helps circulate the blood from your legs back up to your heart. So if you want oxygen throughout your body, blood is the transport, right? We need those little guys to be able to pump. So that's why my foot minders, it's so critical that you figure out some way to get your forefoot active while your knees are bent, because that's when we get that little soleus to work, right? All right, we're going to hold this next one up, and we're going to purposely drop your left hip down, push it back up against your band, check your shoulders. Drop your right hip down, purposely push it back up. Left, push, good, right. Push it. I'm going to show this one from the front view for you, so when you're watching on replay, when I drop this side down, notice this side over here doesn't move. So I'm not lowering everything. I'm just rotating on my axis and then bringing it back up. Rotating on the axis, bringing it back up. So you're effectively doing a clam motion. Yeah, Kay, better. Good. Keep that hip still. Keep that hip still for me, Sheila. So you can rotate, but you can't fall. Good. Good. And Mary 2, Franny 2, if you're doing this one, rotate, but don't fall. That's harder for me on one side. All right, close those legs together. Good, and then round all the way down. Good. And then take your right leg up to the sky and left one out. Good. And then just flex that heel toward the ceiling. It should feel good. Giving yourself a little stretch through the back of that leg. Everyone feel that stretch? Good. And then we'll switch sides. Mark is modeling how to give yourself a little support with the Theraband. He's got it over his foot, helping him pull. Good. And then we're going to come back up to the first leg. And if you're like Mark, maybe you want to keep enjoying just slow stretches. But if you're like, I'm over it, come up and do scissors with me. So we're going to lift ourselves up into a bow. And then inhale and exhale, switch. That's it. So now I'm pointing my toes again. But because the legs are straight, we're getting more of the gastroc and not the soleus here. That's it. That's it. Good. Good. Very lovely. Good. Okay. I love it. So let's take this halfway around the world. We're going to go 3, 2, 1 onto your side. And then 3, 2, 1 back onto your back. And 3, 2, 1 other side. And 3, 2, 1 back onto your back. Can we do another round? Yes. So good for us. Good. Obliques in motion. Good. Good. Come on, long legs. Come on, long legs. There you go. There you go. Whee! How often do you get to roll around on the floor and fling your legs about? Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10. All right. Take both those legs up and then reach as high up as you can. And then try to pull yourself toward your hands. Yes, instead of pulling your legs toward you, you're going to try to pull yourself toward your hand. You're going to feel yourself pushing your legs away from you a little bit, and it should be a nice stretch across your shoulder blades. Go ahead and bend your knees, come all the way in. Good, and then we're going to do that stretch one more time. So this is a modified version of monkey stretch. So legs come back up, grab onto your ankles, lift your torso up towards your hands, and then push with all your might with your legs. Push, 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 push. Push them away. Push your legs, push your legs. Yeah, there we go, push. Good. And then come all the way back in. Ah, nice. I know, working stretch, typical Pilates. Okay. What time is it? Oh, we're good. Yes, we're good. So let's turn on to our side. Actually, let's turn all the way onto our belly, and we'll come to our side in a little bit. So on our belly, I'm going to flip around so I can see you. Hi, in, out, in, out. Hands on either side of your head, right in front of your shoulders. Legs as close together as is comfortable. Let's inhale and float the sternum up off the mat. See if your shoulders came with you or did they stay rounded down. Can you lift them up? Good. Nice exhale and then gently lay it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stay there. Good. And then gently down. Good. I feel it. I feel it. There's now a dog toy on my leg. Good extra resistance. He stays here. We have someone who comes and stays with him. He has a team of people because when she's at work, then we have to have someone who comes and walks him. All right. So then we're going to add in those hands, coming up just where it's comfortable. Right? Seeing if you can still pull the back of your legs together. Really fight that rounding inward. Pull those heels toward each other. There you go. Good. And then let it come all the way down. Big inhale. And exhale. Lift. That's it. Good. Big inhale. And slowly lay down. Good. Good. Yeah, and then slowly let that lay down. Good. We're going to let our arms reach forward, a little slow swimming. So lift your left leg and your right arm. Big inhale, exhale, switch. Hop, pause, stretch out the back of your thigh and your knee, and then switch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, switch. That's it. That's it, good. And one more on each side. Good. Hands come underneath your forehead. We're going to lift both legs out to the corners of your mat. Out to the corners of your mat. So nice inhale, exhale, lift. Hold it for another inhale, stretching both legs out. Feeling how your glutes are holding those legs up. And then lower them back down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen and hold. And exhale, lower. Good. Can you do 2 more? I just want to see how you're doing, keeping your neck and your shoulders easy. Yes, looking for that length moment, right? Back of thigh, back of knee. Pull those away from you. All right, so we're going to add on and have seal kicks. Seal kicks. So the feet start to the corners of the room. We lift them off the mat. They stay off the mat as we bend the knees and pull the heels together toward our booty. Once we're there, we push the heels up as high as we can, keeping the abs lifted, and then point the toes, kick back to the corners of your room. Flex the feet. Legs are still off the mat. Pull the heels together toward your booty. Push the heels up toward the sky, and then point the toes, kick out to the corners of the room. Lengthen, lengthen. Flex the feet. Bend the knees, lift the heels, point and reach to the corners of your room. We have 2 more sets. Flex the feet, bend the knees, push the heels, point to the corners of the room. Last set. Flex the feet, bend the knees, lift the heels, and then point to the corners of the room and let your legs rest. Gets heavy, doesn't it? All right, so here we're going to do a little modified scorpion. So we're going to bend your right knee, lift it up off the ground, pull open through the thigh, and maybe the toe will touch, maybe not, just depends on your thigh and your spine, and then gently bring it back down. And we're going to do the same side again. So this is definitely a spine mover move. I'll show you an alternative spine minders, but spine movers, lift, open the thigh, keep opening that thigh backwards, try to touch the ground behind you, and then bring it back. Now my movers, yours is going to look different. You're going to lift the thigh. Minders. Lift the thigh, external rotation, and now use your hands to balance as your whole body rotates, and you let gravity help pull that open. Your hands, again, both hands helping you bring the whole body back down. My movers, does that make sense to you? You're keeping your neutral line, whereas the minders are minders are keeping neutral, movers are getting twisty. Yeah? Just my foot. Just your foot. You're just trying to tap it back here. That's all. Yeah. But you want to open up that thigh bone. That's think like a clam thigh, right? Pulling open. Let's see what happens when we go the other way. So lift, open, right, like a clam, and then let it pull back, pull back, pull back. Like someone has a hand on your inner thigh and they're pushing your knee and thigh backwards while the toe comes down. So open, externally rotate, right? The knees should all be looking up toward the ceiling or feel like they are as you go back while the foot goes down. Yeah, Nora, good. Open that thigh up, Kay. Yes. Right, when it's forward in the socket, yes. Or it will feel like it's pushing on something weird at the hip. If the femur is forward at the socket. So this again, working stretch. How are we feeling?
Okay.
Okay, good. Easier on the other side? So that's, let's see, that's Sheila, that's Kay's left side. Was it also when your left leg was up, Sheila? More challenging. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Ditto. Yay. Okay. So if you're watching on the replay, take heart because Kay said, oh, after about 10, she can finally get her foot down. Yay. So just be persistent. Okay. So from here, let's lift ourselves up. We're going to come into a cat-cow. I guess going to fix my pants. All right. So cat-cow, happy dog tail and sternum lift. And then tuck the tail and drop your head. And push your shoulder blades apart. Can you imagine them coming apart here? And then release, let them allow to come back together. Sternum up and tail up. And then push them apart on your back. Separate them from the spine to the sides of your ribs. And then release, good. All right. And then, just when you thought you were past all the planks, you'd be wrong. We're going to take ourselves into a plank. So if you can be in full plank, do that. If you're better on your knees, do that. If you're on your knees, scoot your knees all the way together. So they're squeezing tight. So I'm going to show the knee version first. We're going to come into side plank. And then twist, keeping your hip pushed forward. Reach back as far as you can. What's happening back there? And if you can, grab your own hip and pull yourself a little further. Now that's a spine minder move. No, spine mover move. Minders, you're not going to go into a hard twist, right? And then we'll come back. Yep. So again, side, reach up, reach under, pushing your hip forward. Grab your booty if you can. Spine minders, just reach down and then come back up. Okay? Okay. If you can do that all on one side for 4, do that. If you'd like to alternate sides, you can also do that. Both have value. One is not right, one is not wrong. They just get your core to respond in a slightly different way, and both ways are good. Yeah? If you're in full plank. Yeah, so if you're in full plank, ideally you're going to come to the side with both your feet stacked. Sorry. So, and then you'll reach underneath, and again, try to find that twist, and then reach back up. Yep. And then try to find your big twist. And then up. And I should do some the other way because I didn't. But in both cases, you guys, can you push your hips forward? So we tend to give ourselves a little crease here, and you can see from the back how it looks like my butt is sagging. It wouldn't look that way from the front. It's harder to see. But from the back, that's the crease. And then here's me just pushing my hips forward. Do you see? It looks like more of a straight line. So push your hips forward. Yeah. Okay. Good. So then sit on your booty. Everyone get even amounts, even sides. We're going to just finish with reverse plank of some kind. Whatever kind works for your shoulder, your energy level, whatever you want. Here's the one that I'm going to do. It's a table bridge with a reach. So it's up and over, reaching back as far as I can with my hips up. That's what my body feels like it wants today. Maybe your body would just like this. Just pushing and letting yourself find those shoulder blades and pushing in the ground, right? Maybe you're like, oh, I just need this full big on reverse plank. This is the version I need, right? Whichever version you want, you do that version. Yeah, good. And you're gonna do 4 total. 4 total. So if you're reaching, make sure you reach with both sides. And does anybody need another option? So Nara's using blocks because she's got tight shoulders, and she's saying, how do I know about my hands? So your thumbs are right next to you here, right on either side of you, not behind you. We're not pulling the arms back behind us. We'd be able to see them on the sides, right? You can swing through them, is the idea. So that's the first thing, is making sure you could swing. And then hugging your elbows toward each other so that you get that sensation of open across here. Yeah, that's okay. Kay's trying the swing. Yeah. So if you are feeling on the replay like you want a little extra because you didn't get enough, not only do the swing, but then turn it into acrobat. Keep pushing through your hands and scooping your belly in, eyes to your navel, and then keeping the arm strong as you go back out. That's it. And the challenge, those of you giving that a try, that as you get the feeling of the motion, is to not let your legs do it. You're pulling away from your legs. So that's me using my abs versus me pushing with my legs, right? Different sensation. Okay, let's open into mermaid. Yeah, go ahead, Kay. Yes, right? So Kay is noting that table bridge. Yeah, but you did it. You did a nice table bridge. I saw that. Now press into the ground, everybody. Open up your chest. Mary Mason, let your shoulder blade drop back. Let it drop back. Feel the pec stretch. Good. Now keep it back there, Mary, and all of us are going to do the same as we rotate through the ribs, coming back to the side. That's it. So we're not leading the motion from the shoulder. Good. All right. And then all the way up and to the other side. Good. Okay. And then let's flip the feet. I'm just going to spin so I can still see you. That's it. Good. Press down into that strong. So Franny, if you're down here, make sure your hand is pushing so that you don't collapse here. Sometimes it's easier to manage if you're up here, and that's okay too. There we go, good. And then all of us, let's open to the sky. We're going to keep pushing down this hand. That's it. And everybody see if you can let that sit back in the shoulder blade. We talked about that shoulder blade so much today. That's it, good. Now keep the shoulder blade back there as you rotate your body to the side again. Good, and then lift all the way up. Nice, Nara, good job. That's it. Reach long, 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 long. There you go, good. Phew. All right, King. Thank you. I hope that feels good. I hope that got all the parts that your body needs. Well, thank you, thank you. Thank you, you guys.